Good morning and welcome to the University of Southern Mississippi's Fall 2019 Commencement Ceremony. I'm Rodney Bennett, President of the University of Southern Mississippi. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by our Army ROTC Color Guard and the singing of our national anthem led this morning by Ms. Danielle Roseanne Watson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Commencements at the University of Southern Mississippi are wonderful occasions as we acknowledge the achievements of our students and recognize the contributions that family, friends, and the USM faculty and staff have made to their education. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate this milestone in our students' lives. I would also like to acknowledge those of you who are viewing today's ceremony online. Thank you for being a part of this very special occasion for our graduates. I'd like to recognize more than 100 doctoral students and more than 350 specialist and master's students completed advanced degrees from our institution. Their degrees were conferred last night during the university's graduate commencement ceremony. It is my hope that many of our undergraduate students who will walk across the stage today will one day join their ranks by pursuing advanced studies here at the University of Southern Mississippi. At this time, I'd like to thank family members who have supported our graduating class for entrusting the education of your loved ones to the University of Southern Mississippi. It has been our privilege to have assisted them in getting to this very important day. I would also like to take a moment to thank our faculty and staff for their contributions in supporting the success of our students. I'd like to ask members of our faculty and staff to please stand so that our graduating class might express their deep appreciation for your contributions to their education. Thank you. Military service to our country is among the highest forms of patriotism and selflessness. I now invite all graduating students who are veterans, active military or reservists, or newly commissioned officers to please stand if you are able to do so. On behalf of the University of Southern Mississippi, we thank you for your service, past, present, and future. Thank you. We are honored when members of the Board of Trustees of state institutions of higher learning attend commencement. As you may know, there are 8 state universities in Mississippi that are governed by the IHL Board consisting of 12 appointed members. It is with great pleasure that I introduce and welcome Dr. Stephen Cunningham. Dr. Cunningham? Dr. Cunningham is accompanied by his wife, Lakeisha, and if she would stand, who is seated in the gold chairs in front of our faculty. Thank you both for joining us this morning. I would also like to extend a very special welcome to the family of today's honoree, who are also seated in the gold chairs in front of the faculty. Thank you all for being here for this special occasion as well. The University of Southern Mississippi is fortunate to have a strong relationship with our community college partners across the state. And Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, or MGCCC, is certainly an institution with which we have a strong record of successful collaboration. Today, I am proud to welcome Dr. Mary Graham, President of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, who also happens to be a 3-time alumna of the University of Southern Mississippi and a member of our Alumni Hall of Fame. However, today, and Dr. Graham, if you'd go ahead and stand, today Dr. Graham is here in a different capacity. She's here as Mama, as she celebrates her son Michael's graduation. Dr. Graham, thank you for being here and for the strong partnership we have with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. It gives me great pleasure to introduce members of the platform party who will not be presented later in this morning's ceremony. I would ask each person to stand and to remain standing, and if the audience would please hold your applause until each individual has been recognized. First to my right is Ms. Margot Buisson, who is providing sign interpretation for today's ceremony. Dr. Stephen Oshrin, Commencement Grand Marshal. Mr. Robert Golson, General Counsel. Dr. Gordon Cannon, Vice President for Research. Ms. Allison Easterwood, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Dr. Casey Ma Funderburk, Vice Provost for the Gulf Park campus. Mr. Chad Driscoll, Vice President for External Affairs. Mr. Dwayne Locke, President of the University of Southern Mississippi Foundation. Dr. Karen Coates, Dean of the Graduate School. Ms. Kimberly Allen Smith, President of the Graduate Student Senate. Mr. Michael Matrick, President of the Student Government Association. Dr. Dee Dee Anderson, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. John I, Dean of University Libraries. Dr. Donovan Johnson, President of Staff Council. Dr. Susan Rostowski, President of Faculty Senate. Mr. Jeremy McLean, Director of Intercollegiate Athletics. And Dr. Catherine Anthony and Dr. Colin McKenzie, our ceremonial readers. Please help me recognize these individuals and thank them for their presence here today. Thank you all. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Mr. Ricky Jones, President of the Southern Miss Alumni Association. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Dr. Bennett. Good morning, and congratulations to each of you. On behalf of the University of Southern Mississippi Alumni Association, I want to welcome you to the club. You are now part of an ever-growing group of 130,000 proud Southern Miss alumni scattered throughout the world. As graduates of the University of Southern Mississippi, I want to encourage all of you to join our Alumni Association. And I don't mean just join. I want you to get engaged. I want you to become active. And let us know about the important things that's going on in your life. And we will let you know about what's going on here at your university. The university community is your family, and each of you can make a difference in the future of Southern Miss. I would like to also take a moment to recognize our legacy families, which include graduating students with at least one parent who is a Southern Miss graduate. If our alumni parents and their graduating students will please stand to be recognized, we are delighted to see so many alumni parents among the crowd, and we are even more grateful that your student chose to continue Southern Miss legacy. Any alumni parents and any legacy of those parents, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Again, congratulations to all of you as members of this fall 2019 graduating class. And as we say, Southern Miss, thank you.
In extraordinary circumstances, universities sometimes choose to confer an honorary degree as part of their commencement ceremony to recognize individuals who have made significant contributions to the institution and its community or to their respective fields. This year, the university's honorary degree committee, housed within academic affairs, recommended Mrs. Ellie Jewel Davis Damer to be awarded a Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa, citing her contributions to the American Civil Rights Movement and her advocacy for literacy and academic achievement. As I share more about Mrs. Damer this morning, I would like to call your attention to the images that will be presented on the screen. Recognized as a pillar of our community, Mrs. Damer's lifetime of service has helped transform the hearts and minds of many right here in the city of Hattiesburg, Forrest County, and the state of Mississippi and far beyond. As an educator, Mrs. Damer taught for many years in the segregated Forrest County school system until consolidation. Despite her immense qualifications, she was denied a renewed contract due to her late husband, Mr. Vernon F. Damer Sr.'s efforts and leadership as an advocate for voter rights. During the 1960s, at the height of the American Civil Rights Movement, Mr. and Mrs. Damer worked tirelessly to promote civic engagement and benchmark community activism throughout Forrest County and Hattiesburg. Together, they facilitated voter registration drives and accepted poll tax monies at their family-owned grocery store located in the Kelly settlement of Forrest County. On January 10th, 1966, Mr. Damer tragically lost his life when members of the Ku Klux Klan firebombed the family's home and business after he publicly announced that he would pay the poll tax for any person who wanted to vote but could not afford it. Mrs. Damer remained on the family's land and rebuilt her home with the support of local community members. Mrs. Damer persevered and continued the work she and her husband started, serving as election commissioner for District 2 of Forest County for 12 years and pledging her life to family, education, and equal rights. Although early trials for her husband's murderer were unsuccessful, Mrs. Damer played a pivotal role in getting her husband's case reopened decades later, which resulted in the conviction and life sentencing of KKK Imperial Wizard Sam Bowers in 1998. The epitome of resilience, Mrs. Damer's legacy tells a story of dedication to those in her community, despite the pressures associated with her notoriety as a civil rights activist. I encourage you to refer to pages 46 and 47 in your commencement program to learn more about her life and her selfless service to generations of young people. On behalf of the University of Southern Mississippi, it is our distinct privilege to pay tribute to Mrs. Ellie Jewel Davis Damer with an honorary degree. Mrs. Damer, would you please come forward? Escorting Mrs. Damer this morning Escorting Mrs. Damer this morning is Dr. Eddie A. Holloway, who recently retired after 40 years of service to the University of Southern Mississippi. I would also like to ask Dr. Aubrey K. Lucas, University of Southern Mississippi President Emeritus, and Dr. Stephen R. Mosier, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, to step forward to assist with the presentation. The university will first bestow upon Mrs. Damer a doctoral hood and then present her a diploma framed together with a commemorative hood. I would ask the audience to please hold your applause until both items have been presented. So, Mr. Damer, what I need you to do is just stand right here. With the approval of the Board of Trustees of State Institutions of Higher Learning, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as President of the University of Southern Mississippi, I confer upon Mrs. Ellie Jewel Davis Damer the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all of the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the podium Dr. Ellie Jewel Davis Damer.
Good morning, Dr. Rodney Bennett, the University Honorary Committee, University Provost, the Board of Trustees of the Institution of Higher Learning, and Dr. Eddie Holloway and university staff. Never as a child growing up in rural Jasper County, Mississippi, did I imagine I'd be standing here today. Thank you for the honor you've given me today. My husband and I raised our children to treat others the way they would like to be treated. Always remember, precious blood was shed for us to have the right we have today. I ask you to honor his memory by voting and treating others the way you would like to be treated.
Thank you, Dr. Damer, for those remarks, and thank you again for your contributions to the American Civil Rights Movement and for your lifetime of service to our community, to our state, and beyond. We are honored to welcome you as a new doctoral degree holder and an official member of the University of Southern Mississippi family. Dr. Damer and her family will be leaving the Coliseum in just a moment. As they depart, I hope that you will enjoy a selection by our musical quintet. The piece that the quintet will play is an Italian piece. The name of it is Canzone per Sonore No. 2, composed by an amazing composer, Giovanni Gabrielli. Please enjoy this selection. At this time, I will ask our Provost, Dr. Stephen R. Mosier, to come forward for the conferral of degrees.
Good morning. Commencement is always a day of rejoicing, as it marks the conclusion of many years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. However, to ensure that everyone can hear each graduate's name, please reserve your applause and all other forms of recognition until all diplomas have been awarded. Now I ask the deans of the colleges to present their candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Dr. Ellen Weinauer, Dean of the Honors College.
Would all students who are graduating from the Honors College please stand? Provost Mosier, as signified by the medallions they are wearing, these students are graduating with Latin honors. Each one of them has completed a rigorous program of study that includes a unique honors coursework, a comprehensive examination in their major, and an honors research thesis. Students' individual Latin distinctions are indicated in the commencement program and are reflective of each student's cumulative GPA. While their degrees will be awarded by the college of their major, I'm proud to present them to you, and I ask the audience to recognize them for their achievements. Students, please be seated. Now I would like to ask Samantha Corrigan-Papp to stand and remain standing. Samantha has the distinction of carrying the presidential banner today because she has earned the highest GPA on the most USM hours of any Honors College student in this ceremony. Samantha is a special education major from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who was recently a member of the women's softball team, eventually serving as team captain. This amazing student athlete represents the highest standards of both the Honors College and the University of Southern Mississippi. Please recognize her and the excellence she represents with your applause. Congratulations, Samantha.
Dr. Brett Beckton, Dean of the College of Business and Economic Development.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the College of Business and Economic Development please rise and remain standing? Provost Mosier, these candidates have been approved for graduation by the faculty of the College of Business and Economic Development. They are ready to have their degrees conferred pending completion of all degree requirements. Candidates, you may be seated.
Dr. Trenton Gould, Dean of the College of Education and Human Sciences.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the College of Education and Human Sciences please rise and remain standing? Provost Mosier, these candidates have been approved for graduation by the faculty in the College of Education and Human Sciences. They are ready to have their degrees conferred pending completion of all degree requirements. Candidates, you may be seated.
Dr. Kathleen Masters, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Professions.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the College of Nursing and Health Professions please rise and remain standing? Provost Mosier, these candidates have been approved for graduation by the faculty in the College of Nursing and Health Professions. They are ready to have their degrees conferred pending completion of all degree requirements. Candidates, you may be seated.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand? President Bennett, these candidates have been approved for graduation by their deans and faculty, and I recommend that you confer their degrees.
Provost Mosier, on your recommendation, with the approval of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as president of the University of Southern Mississippi, and pending completion of any remaining degree requirements, I confer upon these candidates their respective baccalaureate degree with all of the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please come forward and receive your diplomas?
The following students will receive the baccalaureate degree from the College of Business and Economic Development. Felicia McGee. Tiffany Lachey Banks. Rodriguez Moore. Zachary James Tuck. Jonathan Ryan Fennell, highest honors. Mamadou Sek. Storm M. Cooper. Michael Graham. Javon Quindarius Motley. Nicole Dominique Alexander. Scarlett Yanette Zapata. Caroline Page Smith. Nija Deshun Lane. Macy Caroline Toulier, highest honors. Shateri Thompson, honors. Laquita Shantae Davis. Stephen Tyler Curtis. Adam Jacob Reiling. Gabrielle Marie Moody. Brooke Lee Crosby, honors. Rodney Terrell Harris, Jr. Brent Taylor Coleman. Jasmine Nicole Dorr. Brandon Scott Moeller, honors. Shelby Williams Hennis. Christopher Ross Trimmer. Mardej M. Mills. Michelle R. Wallace Croce. Tiffany Welford Holder. Catherine Atkins. Stephen Winters, honors. Dustin Lee Socher. Gloria Denise Bradley. Sydney Kate Coletta. Catherine A. Monty. Joshua Drake. Damian Devonte Kidd. Christopher Lloyd Bruno. Lucas Charles Mann. Jacob Raymond Jenkins. Hugh Garrett Ford. Trey Dwayne Pittman. Michael Jabron Griffin. Lauren Haley Brown, honors. Lauren Bailey Pygott, honors. Andrew Lane Johnson. Kristen Lee Barnes. Andy McLean. Tatum Danielle Walker. James Ernest Irwin, honors. Brittany Blair Bellard. Denise C. Mabanta. Sean Frey Levens. Zaria A. Ragsdale. Amber Nicole Deere. Veronica Dominique Swayze. Eric Douglas Hanshu, magna cum laude. Ivan Maurice Bingham, honors. David Kent Layton. Samantha Lynn Fuesno. Bryant Kyle Dumal. Mitchell Willis Maddox III. Zachary Dwight McRaney, honors. Courtney Renee Irby Socher. Tamara Alexandria Cowart. Michael Smith II. Alexis Fairley. Colin Travis Powell. Destiny Jamaria James. Jordan David Thomas. Symphony Amanda Harris. Martin Stennis, honors. Rakitha T. Pereira, honors. Kendall James McGee. William Michael Upton, honors. Anna Marie Marshall. Hunter Dane Morgan. Austin Michael Carnesi. Jeffrey Ware. Jayla Johnson. Travis John Payzant. Kirsten Blue. Joel Philip Wombolt. Trevor Eric Terry. Ethan Mackenzie Allen. Lauren Louise Egan. Anna Catherine Hodges. Katie Evelyn Bird, honors. Natalie Gail Martin. Robin Hayes Chansey. Anthony Aquilas Mirage. Michael Alexander Andrade Scott. Jordan Sky Breed. Chloe Marie Fall. Catherine Annette Jordan, honors. Tyreek S. Abdullah Williams. Ashley Chester Malik Moore. Brittany Donnell Godbold, honors. Amanda Leanne Agee, highest honors. Sunny Nicole Smith. Adrienne Robinson. Brandon Andrews. Kanika Angel Thomas. Ariel Rion Davis. Andrew Tyler Gravely. Brannon Chase Waters. Candace Claudette Kirkland. Grace Clark. Gregory Allen Waller. Joshua C. Hodges. Melanie R. Bryan. Christina Nicole Pertwee, honors. Matthew Connor James, honors. Keelan Ely. Fayaz Warith Hussein, highest honors. Jeremy Matthew Myers. Tyler J. Weathersby. Alexis M. Plummer, honors. Amy Catherine Craps. Seth Davis Nash. Haley Leanne Shaver. Jewel Jenkins. Kimberly Kaina Clark Buchanan. James Wernsing Muscat III. Austin Evan Ladner. Stephen A. Powers, Jr. Lawrence Austin Jones III. Teleria Nicole Trong.
The following students will receive the baccalaureate degree from the College of Education and Human Sciences. Claudia Michelle Abril Ochoa, highest honors. Kiana Renee King. Rayshawn J. Brown. Cheyenne Ray Powell, highest honors. Marianne Hurst Anthony, highest honors. Layla Jade Keith, highest honors. Jamie Sue Newman. Brooke Ann Edmonds. Michaela Danielle Gardner. Shelby Lee Yarber. Sarah Olivia Stroud. Courtney Elizabeth Duncan. Madeline Elise Morgan. Rachel Elaine Galime. Cheyenne Autumn Galeska, summa cum laude. Alejandra Vasquez Salgado, highest honors. Hope Leanne Noblin. Joshua Daniel Myers. Laura Valiant, honors. Janine Tamoni Tucker. Dylan Andrew Rowe. Ontario Evaljuan Badon. De'Erica J. Davis. Mason Elizabeth Mansfield. Colton Lewis Davis. Tiffany Amber Mixon, honors. Emily M. Bozeman. Chris John Griffiths, highest honors. Shaquela Charday Bell. Chandrell L. McMullen. Ashley Briamber Dotson Hamby. Deidre Tamara Bailey. Kendeja Laswana Bolden. Nikita Darcel Davis. Tavares Lamond Jackson. Daphne L. Armstrong Mayweather. Nicole Rose Schmitz, honors. Brandy Loretta Jones. Felicia Lynch. Hannah Lee Blaylock. Krista Ann Dio. Taviana Michaela Washington. Trinity Riley. Christina T. Graham. Anisha Janae Douglas, honors. Justina L. Anderson. Kelsey Elise Smith. Jayla Alexis Wells. Donna Elizabeth Potter. Sheila Diane Pickering. Jamie Danielle Buckley. Kaylee Christine Broom. Kelsey Leanne McGreevy. Isabel Lee Hall, highest honors. Anna Lee Paul. Zaquanique Cortinez Andrews. Amy Beth Cashwell, honors. Natalie Nicole Mosley. Ashlyn Rose Martin. Gabrielle Louise Gardner. Renee Joseph Miller. Debony Bernice Richardson. Dion A. Vecchio, honors. Samantha A. Holloway. Shayla Marissa Lyons. Kayla Brooke Morey, honors. Christy Packwood. Leilani Davenport, highest honors. Melissa C. Longmire. Tiara Brianna Walters. Crystal Taylor Ravises. Desiree Nicole Knight, honors. Janice Marie Barnwell. Caitlin Elizabeth Watkins. LaQuisha N. Pryor. Mary Caitlin Manasseh. Morgan Mackenzie Carney. Sarah Lalise Shows. Morgan Renee Shavers, honors. Haley Elizabeth Freeman, honors. Summer Rochelle Mitchell, honors. Ella Grace Daves, highest honors. Rebecca Marie Lee. Erica Charlena Black, honors. Jessica D. Capers, honors. Sarah Elizabeth Brown, highest honors. Presley Olivia Seal. Savannah Rogers, highest honors. Shelby Leanne Irby, honors. Amanda K. Frederick. Sydney Dawn Harris. Jordan Judith Hedin, highest honors. Hope Gabrielle Flore, honors. Mattie Davis. Christina Lynn Irving. Brianna Lynn Cardenas. Melissa Ann Stiglet, honors. Erin Morgan Ford. Megan Taylor Bird, honors. Leviticus Lachey Greenwood. LaMonica Antoinette Jordan, honors. Savannah May Hurty, honors. Danielle Elizabeth Taylor. Blake Austin Daly, highest honors. Samantha Corrigan Papp, summa cum laude. Malik Rashad Sampson. Jada McClinton. Alandria Brunel Cook. Kristen Olivia Seals. Benjamin Dylan Hughes. Abhijit Tiwari. Weston A. Roten. Sundaria Janae Armstrong. Chelsea Lee Harlow. Carly Ann Cook. Sophia Sandrick. Caitlin A. Fricky. Haley Deanne McDaniel. Ashley Nicole Sheridan. Adam Wayne Jackson. Benjamin James Ficken. Brian Anderson King. Robert Fred Lingold III. Jesse Mason Simmons. Catherine Leanne Still. Matthew Ferguson. Jeremiah Nelson Crea. Anisha McClendon, honors. Corderis Antoine Frizzell. Ravion Marcel Morgan. Yasmin Kiara Hill. Chandler Renee Russ, honors. Dustin Glenn Brown. Billy Ray Cox III, honors. Amanda L. King. Lakin Alexis Rowell, honors. Peyton Victoria Collier. Haley Patricia Morse, honors. Catherine Locklear, highest honors. Holly Catherine Ladnier, highest honors. Summer Nicole Gonzalez, honors. Kayla Renee Hopkins, honors. Shelby Renee Harris, honors. Mariah Danielle Boyd. Victoria Caressa Grace Wally. Jalen Cordell Butler. Veronica Latrice Walker. Kiana Lakeisha Jones. Brian Elliott Beck, highest honors. Shannon T. Rogers. Justina Neamber Huff. Lakeisha Rose Thompson. Alexis Najee Coombs. Kimberly Gabrielle Chafin. Shelby Malia Edwards, honors. Daikisha Lachey Ivory. Candace Janetta Williams. Philmecia Kiana Drakeford. Vanessa Diane Powell. Whitney Monette Jackson. Alexis Brianna Matthews. Beverly Malone.
The following students will receive the baccalaureate degree from the College of Nursing and Health Professions. Amanda Lee McElye. Amber C. Dujois. Marley Nicole Atkins. Madison Audrey Neal, honors. Meredith Ashley Nelson. Ariel Alexandra Hudson. Paige Elizabeth Denham. Corian Keisha Baylor. Emily Rose Brown. Catherine Rose DeCoux. Casey Fallow Chappell, honors. Angela Dalgo, highest honors. Macy Lee Fitzgerald. Allie Ashton Morgan, honors. Brooke Elizabeth Myers, honors. Shanna Nicole Lee. Brittany Jade Bailey. Cameron Franovich. Brianta Tanya O'Quinn. Shantia Janae Fluker. Alyssa Daly Roberts, honors. Abby N. Armstrong. Amber Overstreet. Nastasia Sergeyevna Moore, honors. Alex James Ferguson, Jr. Madeline Breland Mangum. Macy Ann McLeod. Kylie A. Bohannon, honors. James David Perry, highest honors. Stormy Michelle Kynes, honors. Caitlin N. Clyburn. Adelicia Janae Gordon. Miasia Lucerne Edwards. Pamela Marie Brady. Anna Catherine Obrey, honors. Margaret Allison Felsher, honors. Hannah Elizabeth Mathern. Victoria Rose Bruno. Alexis Maria Williams. Tierra Montrese Sims. Benaria L. White. Jamal Ladale Sampson. Rayana Stubbs. Kyra Desiree Harris. Gabrielle Marie Trosclair. Mario Deshawn Jefferson. Katia Claire Mills. William Chandler Pennington. Reagan Denise Winstead, honors. Emily C. Parker. Elizabeth Ann Patterson. Bobby Joe Warren. Jalen Matthew Wickstrom. William Cody Sanderson. Amanda May Bennett, highest honors. Abigail Eve Tidwell. Danielle Bonnet, honors. Zaina L. Bradley. Jalen Mariah Jenkins. Kayla Archimia Summers. Alexia A. Granger. Raven Diawante Manuel. Shanae Brown. Trenton Joshua Tate. Gabriel Holman. Garner Ted Leverett Jr. Nylisha N. Simmons. Kristen Jamia Wallace. Ashley Len Price. Caitlin Nicole Rinko, honors. Taryn Ansley Thomas, highest honors. Kelsey Brianna Briel. Sydney Renee Ruzika, honors. Jasmine Nicole Collins. Julianne Noel Burris. Kayla R. Chambers. Peyton Joshua Birkenstock, honors. Alex Miranda Ray, honors. Shayla Jordan McGee. Gabrielle Renee Smith. Hannah Marie Grantham, highest honors. Jamie Renee. Roslyn Mariah Ragsdale. Caitlin Andre Pittman. Kendrice Raven Birdsong. David Patton Little. Reagan Lane Norwood, honors. Haley G. Williams, highest honors. Molly Grace Jordan, honors. Haley Ann Brock, highest honors. Jessica Kirsten Wheat. Ashton Brianne Holmes, highest honors. Kelly Grace Barr, highest honors. Gabriella Dominique, highest honors. Kira Rollins. Akia Tiara Washington. Anna Catherine Craver. Shayla Nicole Jordan Payne. LaQuasia Zykia Evans. Alessandria Sykes, honors. Megan Janice Gibbs. Bryce Fitzgerald Jackson. Kendra Latrice Trotter. Lisa Michelle Brackeen, highest honors. Diamond L. Elam. Ashley Nashay Thomas. Kiera Ariana Green. Samantha K. Hansen, honors.
Graduates, you have made it. You have arrived. You have arrived at this long-awaited milestone, and the world will expect great things of you now that you are a graduate of the University of Southern Mississippi. You are part of a group of individuals who will find their way all around the world and carry with them more than 109 years of university history and tradition. Today, however, tradition requires that before graduation, the tassel of an undergraduate candidate be worn on the right-hand side of the mortarboard. After graduation, as a symbol of your new status as degree holders, the tassel is worn on the left. So now, would you please move your tassel from the right to the left signifying your status as baccalaureate degree holders from the University of Southern Mississippi. Congratulations, congratulations to each of you, and we wish you all the best. As we begin to close this ceremony, I would again like to thank members of our faculty and staff for their dedication and service to the University of Southern Mississippi, as well as those volunteers who worked countless hours to make this a very special occasion for our graduates. Following the ceremony, I invite graduates and guests to visit one of our photo locations to capture this special moment with your families and with your friends. A map of all locations is available at usm.edu/commencement. usm.edu/commencement. There is a special photo area for legacy graduates and families at the Ogletree House, and we hope that you will make your way to that beautiful facility. To ensure that we are able to prepare for this afternoon ceremony, I'd like to ask our guests to exit the Coliseum through the concourse and meet your graduates outside. At this time, I'll ask you to stand and join in the singing of our alma mater, led by Ms. Danielle Roseanne Watson. The words of the alma mater are found on page 50 of your commencement program. Following the singing of the alma mater, please remain standing for the platform party's recessional. Again, thank you for joining us for this important celebration, and thank each of you for being a part of the University of Southern Mississippi.